Can't believe we're already saying this. 4 weeks from today, the polls will open and the people of Michigan will vote for governor and many other issues and candidates. So last week we spoke live with Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Many of you probably saw that this morning. We want to welcome the woman who wants to replace her, Republican nominee Tudor Dixon. So we spoke specifically with the governor last week about these two battery plant manufacturers that are going to be coming to Michigan, a lot of jobs. We know her response. She's very excited about it. We want to know your response now.
You know, I think that when we're looking at taxpayer dollars, we have to be very careful. And if Gretchen Whitmer is being honest about this, Our Next Energy, the CEO of that company, has already come to the state of Michigan, took hundreds of millions of dollars in federal grants, and then went bankrupt 2 years later, and those jobs never came. What we're asking is, when are the jobs coming? And I haven't heard a great answer. We don't have a timeline on that. When we look at Goshen, we're talking about taking taxpayer dollars and sending them to a Chinese corporation. We want to make sure it's American manufacturing, at the very least our allies coming into our state, rather than our adversaries. We have to be very careful with our taxpayer dollars to make sure that they're going to actual jobs and that they're being used in the best possible way. I understand that we've lost 82,000 jobs, and an election is coming up. It's very important to look as though she's bringing back jobs to the state of Michigan, but we want an actual timeline, and we want to know we can trust these companies.
In the last few years, we've been losing a lot of jobs and corporations to other states, specifically Tennessee. We talk about Blue Oval City. So, you know, playing devil's advocate here, these corporations, these companies, they're saying we want to be in Michigan now, we want to create new jobs. You're not for that?
I'm not for companies that have a track record for actually leaving and not creating the jobs. So I want to make sure we are as safe as possible. But when you talk about companies that are going to Tennessee, why are we not getting those companies? That's what we need to look at. What is the root cause for us not being in the game? And that's partially because we don't have the infrastructure. We should be investing there. And it's partially because we're too difficult to do business in. And this is based solely on the administration that's there now, because we have made it difficult to get permits, licensing. It's just difficult to break ground in the state of Michigan, and we're going to change that.
And what about our state income tax?
Well, we do have, obviously you see Tennessee has no state income tax. Ultimately, over time, we'd love to reduce that and see it disappear completely, get rid of that completely. The governor has had two options to reduce the state income tax, the personal income tax, and she's vetoed both of those. We're looking at ways to put money back into the pockets of the people of Michigan that will be a consistent amount of money back into the pockets of the people.
Okay, we'll continue on the topic of the economy. We all know it. It stinks right now, right? Gas prices are up, inflation is up. A lot of people are struggling right now. How would you fix what we're seeing right now?
Well, look, in the state of Michigan, it's unique when we talk about gas prices because we're higher than almost any other state right now. We've got some crises going on in the Midwest at the moment. You see that other governors, when they see a crisis, look at Georgia, look at Florida. Right now, they're doing a gas tax holiday because they realize that's the most important thing, is to get money back into the pockets of people. Governor Whitmer was offered a gas tax holiday and she vetoed it. Right now, again, a crisis with these two refineries down, causing Michigan to have higher prices than other states in the United States. Where is she stepping up and saying, I'm going to step in an emergency and govern?
Switching gears now, and really quickly, you have been defined by your stance on abortion. You know, we've seen a lot of these political ads attacking you, saying, you know, when it comes to abortion, no exceptions, especially for rape and incest. Is that your true stance, and you stand by that? And do you think that's going to hurt you?
My personal stance is that I'm pro-life with exceptions for life of the mother. But if Gretchen Whitmer is being honest, she would tell you this will be decided by the people, or this will be decided by a judge in the state of Michigan. And I have always come out and said, whatever that decision is, I support, because that's a decision from the people. We have already had a judge rule in this case, but it's also on the ballot. And you know that the people can choose. If they want that extreme stance, they can choose that.
And lastly, I want to talk to you about this debate that you have coming up on Thursday. Finally, I know that you were hoping that this would happen a little bit sooner, especially because a lot of ballots have already been filled out.
Yes, we're excited. We get to actually talk to the governor and have her answer the questions that the people of Michigan have been asking for a very long time. I know a lot of people across the state are very anxious to see what she has to say. And this is our opportunity to say, look, we want you to be honest about economic development. We want you to be honest about this issue of abortion. We want you to be honest about public safety and education. And we'll get to see what she has to say.
Tudor Dixon, thank you so much. Best of luck to you.
Thanks
for coming in. We appreciate you. We'll see you after the break.